I got one thing to say. This is when the big dogs come out.
Damn right.
Okay?
Damn right.
So if you can't roll with the big dogs, stay on the board.
Hi everyone, Happy New Year. This is Baguisa from Selected Strength Training Systems, and I want to thank you very much for tuning in on this video. It's my first video for the year 2012, and over the New Year's Day weekend, I was really fortunate to be able to be introduced to world champion powerlifter in the 308 class, Chris Janek. He's also the owner of Tank's Training Facility in Granite City, Illinois. That's the southern part of Illinois, around 10 minutes outside of St. Louis. And this video is maybe about 12 or 13 minutes long. We just talked about his powerlifting background, also touched upon things like nutrition, supplementation, ways to get strong, some of the training that he does with the athletes that come through his facility, and also about the importance of warming up and recovery work. So I just touched upon a few of the things we talked about. There's a lot of other gold nuggets you'll be able to find in this conversation here. So go ahead and listen in, enjoy the video. Thank you very much. What's up, everyone? Baguisa for Selected Strength Training Systems here at the Energy Sport Complex. Happy New Year to all of you. Thanks for tuning in. Here to round out the end of the year, I want to be able to having a little conversation here with world-class powerlifter Chris Janek.
What's up, man? How's everyone doing? Doing good?
Hey, awesome. Hey, thanks very much, Chris, for taking the time out to go ahead and sit down and talk with me. Really appreciate it.
No problem.
So I want to go ahead and give everyone out there that maybe not familiar with you at all. Just give a quick rundown of what you do. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I played college football, University of Wisconsin. After that, I had a little tryout with the Cleveland Browns, didn't pan out, so I played the Arena Football League, the real Arena Football League, for 8 seasons. I played everywhere from Milwaukee to Jersey, Indianapolis, Denver, Salt Lake City, Columbus, and then in 2009 they folded. The whole league folded as a whole due to the economy, and kind of without a job, didn't know what to do, so I opened up my own facility. It's called Tank's Training Facility. It's down in Granite City, Illinois. It's about 10 minutes from St. Louis, and I was training people since 2001, so I had a good following already, so it was a real smooth transition from training people in my local high school to my own facility, and I really got interested in training people in high school and in college. I worked with Detman, he's the guy in Wisconsin, Chris Doyle's at Iowa Hawkeyes now, Paul Goodman's Chicago Blackhawks, and they taught me a lot of my base, and I just kind of carried that over and put a lot of that in my own kind of workout routine, and I train everyone, like I said, in my own facility, Tank's Training Facility. So right now, for myself as a hobby, I do elite powerlifting, and I'm ranked very high in the world, in the country, in that. That's something I was in playing nose guard in college, and really, you're going against 600 pounds of a man every time, back and forth, and that kind of helped me build a good base as well. And for you guys not familiar with the powerlifting, it's 3 lifts. The main lifts is squat, bench press, and deadlift. They've been around forever, and just how much you can improve yourself in that and get. And like I said, I've total elite my first meet. My best lifts to date: squatted 1120, deadlift benched 790, and deadlifted about 805. My best total, which the total of 3 lifts, is 2650, 2,650 pounds, and more to come for sure. The next couple meets, I'm scheduled to get a couple more 100 pounds upon that. So it's going good. Good to be here.
Oh, that's excellent. It's really hard. It's amazing that the type of weight that you're able to lift.
Oh, yeah.
It's funny. Just yesterday, when you're doing a little workout with one of our coaches here at the Energy Sport Complex at Energy MMA, with Coach Jason Purnett, and he sent me a picture of what you were benching, and it was just your warm up.
Oh yeah.
So
we went to the local kind of like we were talking about, the 24-hour fitness type places. I'm not a big fan of them, but I know no place else they have the weights, and we could only go up so high. It's as much as the bar held, and it's one of those places too. You get chalk on the bench, they freak out and get mad. So it was a little awkward, but I got my work in, got in and out. Now I'm here,
Yeah, so, well, I thought it was funny is that the picture that you sent me. Just go ahead and just for the warm up. How much were you doing for your warm up?
Well, I warm up like raw. I got up to about 5 something, and then my last set was 725.
Uh-huh.
I had a couple more scheduled to do, but the bar didn't hold my weight, so I had to kind of stop there. And plus, safety reasons, when you lift that heavy, you need to have 4 or 5 people around you to drop that weight. Accidents do happen. Anyone can find some on YouTube, and it was just basically me and Jason. So there was no one else there to spot, so I had to stop. I didn't feel safe. I didn't want to get hurt.
No, that's understandable, absolutely. But I thought that was pretty funny when he sent me the picture saying warm up. I was like, that's funny. That's funny. But you know, some of the things I want to talk about is about how, like, basics on the, like, getting strong. I mean, how does for any type of athlete out there that needs to build up strength and overall strength.
We were talking earlier too. I think too many of these so-called trainers are doing, stand on the boats and doing curls as we talked, or one-legged squat to curl. I mean, that's fine and dandy, all right, but I truly believe, I have all my clients, whether you're an 8-year-old or I got a lady that's 71, everyone squats, some form, everyone deadlifts. We don't always go real heavy because a lot of people have back issues, but everyone benches, and we do an array of accessory work with that. But to get stronger, I feel like you have to do the core lifts, you have to do the squats, you have to do the deadlifts, you have to do the bench. Olympic lifts are important as well. They're very hard to teach, but you got to throw the Olympic lifts in as well.
Wow, that's excellent. Now, with those, with the 3 big lifts, like, what are some of the exercises that you commonly do that to help build as secondary exercises?
Sure. Well, with the squats, we use an array of bars, kind of like we talked about with Louis Simmons on the west side. We use a cambered bar. We use a safety squat bar. We'll do a lot of box squats off the different levels of the box. We do a lot of band and chain work as well on our speed days. It's just kind of routinely stuff, the 10 sets of 3, 10 sets of 2, with 50% of your bar weight plus the bands or chains. You got to see how fast you can move it, and that improves it a lot. A lot of hypers, reverse hypers, glute ham raises. We do a lot of the single leg, lunge variations, forward, backwards, lateral, step up, step downs. A lot of shrugs and stuff. I mean, I could talk to you for an hour on all the stuff we do, but I feel like to get your squat and bench up the most and deadlift, for me at least, the speed work helps me. How fast can you move the bar? So like with the squats, the speed squats, with the deadlifts, the speed deadlifts, with the bench, speed bench, whether it's chain or bands, some of that accommodating resistance that really helps me. So, and I have my clients do the same. If they're younger, I'll have them just do simple stuff like just work on technique, under the bar, no bands, no chains, and as they develop, have them kind of add that, as we work, years down the road.
Okay, that's excellent. That's a lot. Listen up, everyone. That's a lot of good nuggets that you just got right there, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely. How about like regards to like with competing for yourself? Like what type of diet are you on? What type of nutrition do you go through? Supplementation?
Your guys' wrestling coach Jason Pernat, we were just talking, and we just had breakfast actually. He was kind of making fun of me. They're doing the regular pancakes, and I have a weird diet. I put 2 or 3 cups of oats in there, and I put a couple eggs in there and some powdered sugar, mix it up and make pancakes like that. To me, I like it. It's good carbohydrates. You got eggs, you got some good protein. And then I had 5 or 10 eggs as well. I don't eat bad, I guess. I eat a lot of I really stick with the good carbohydrates, but I eat a lot of carbs. That's why I'm not real lean. But I weigh 305 right now, and my in-season carb is probably about 315. But a lot of the whole grains, the pastas, the rice, a lot of meat. A lot of chicken, not fried. I don't really mess with a lot of the fried chicken. A lot of steak. I got a great butcher shop right down the road. I know the guy. He cuts me all kinds of lean meats. I ate a little bit of pork here and there. I stay away from like the sausages, and I do have the McDonald's once in a while. I do have the Subways once in a while, but that processed and real nasty fatty foods, I'm different than your endurance athletes. Like I said, I can use a little more bloat or a little more weight. I do have to make weight, so I got to kind of watch. I compete in the 308-pound weight class, so like I said, getting up to 315 is a stretch. That's as far as I get anything more. You know, you're going to deplete yourself. You're going to be cramping up in the meat and stuff like that. So I eat a lot, but I do eat well. I mean, like I said, he was making fun of me the other day or this morning for eating the oatmeal pancakes. You know, so.
Yeah, well, definitely, definitely something to take note. I know with for myself, you know, more of my clientele is the combat sport type athlete, like your MMA fighters, football players, wrestlers, judokai, jiu-jitsu. Yeah. I know definitely your training is quite a bit different, you know, from the type of athletes that I train.
Oh, yeah.
So, but at least with regards to the type of training that you do, like for the combat athlete, what type of training would you suggest that from your world? What would you bring into?
Well, I trained. He's not a household name yet. He's pretty good in our area. His name's Sal Woods.
Okay, and you were talking about we were just talking about the fighters.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. We got in our area, like I was telling you earlier, the hit squad did very well, but they didn't market it right, and so a lot of those fighters went elsewhere. And there's another place, local place. So I'm getting a couple of those fighters in now.
And you're talking about Sal?
Yeah, his name's Sal Woods. He's been on Strikeforce. He fought, I believe his name's Tyrone Woodley. I think he's the #1 contender in Strikeforce, if not the champ. He wrestled in Mizzou. So I do get some of those guys in. I train them very similar to how I train all my other athletes. We do add a lot more muscle endurance and stuff like that, a lot more conditioning. But I always start them off with a good warm-up, some footwork, stuff like this, some agility work. We'll get our heavy main component lifting, like a squat, whether it's leg day, a deadlift, or whatever. And then we'll just hit accessory galore, a lot of circuits, stuff like that. And they're puking, crawling out of there by the time they're done. But we train them very similar, like I said. We always have them. I'm a big believer that if you're stronger than your opponent and faster, you're going to beat them, you know. So like I said, I train them to be stronger and faster, you know.
Okay, well, awesome. That's one thing I wanted to also touch on too is regards. I know we touched on it a little bit earlier. We were talking about maybe like nutrition and supplementation. What type of supplementation do you utilize?
For me, like if you got an athlete trying to gain some weight, I really like the Cyto Gainer. It's the same people that make muscle milk. It's got good complex carbohydrates in it. Another good carbohydrate is the waxy maize now. Protein's huge. You know, you got to get the whey isolate after the workouts. At night, we take the casein protein to slow digesting stuff. A lot of people, you hear the word creatine and they get freaked out, especially you guys, the muscle endurance, the endurance athletes. Sorry, but there's a new kind of a branch of a creatine called concrete creatine. It's by Promare Health. It's phenomenal. There's actually some studies on it that it does not cramp, it does not bloat you. You don't have to do this big loading phase like the old, I think it's called Cell Tech. You got to take scoops and you get all bloated in the face and fat. A lot of people cramp on that other crap. For me, I recommend concrete to anyone. I love it. I'm not endorsed by them or anything, but just for me, that's the one creatine I really like. Your branched chain aminos, I think, are huge for the recovery, your glutamine, stuff like that. What else do we take there? That's about it. Just the proteins, the complex carb weight gainers, the Cyto Gainers, branched chain aminos, fish oils. We love the fish oils, the omega, stuff like that. Glucosamines if you got the aches and pains, stuff like that. We do a lot of also mobility work, as probably you guys do. A lot of foam rolling daily, a lot of hip mobility under and over the hurdles. We also got a therapy tub. We do cold tubs after. If you need it, I recommend it to everyone, but a lot of people are real scared. I mean, it's ice cold water with a motor. But all of our athletes, where they got a game the next day, they'll get in there to bring the information out. So that's some stuff we do, and then that's about it. I'd say, off the top of my head.
Okay, no, that's excellent. It's a lot of the stuff you're talking about. Even for the regular person, like they go in to work out. They don't think about so much about the warm up or even the cool down. They don't even think about that kind of stuff. It's like like the regular person might just go in just thinking about, got to do today's bench day and do a little stretching here and there. Maybe like 30 seconds, and boom, they're ready to roll. And
we joke at my facility. We say our warm ups are harder than your workouts.
Yes, that's it. Same here.
We spend so much time warming up, getting ready, getting in tune before we actually hit that heavy component. If not, I mean, just like the other day, like I says at the gym with Bernat, people are jumping in right away, just benching right away, and it's like so much more to do, and you got to kind of tune your body into the workout itself, And for me, if I came in here for 10 minutes, I was foam rolling, stretching, hanging. If I didn't do that daily, I'd probably walk 10 times worse than I walk right now, and it's pretty bad. So.
Well, no, that's some great information right there, because I know I'm very big into all that too, and that's one of my things too. It's like, yeah, my warm up is it's definitely, it's a lot more, definitely big time. Well, you know what, Chris, I want to thank you very much.
No problem.
Thank you very much for taking the time out to join us here at the Selected Strength Training Systems.
No problem.
I want to wish you a happy New Year.
Thank you. I look forward to it, man. Big 2012 coming up. Can't wait.
Yes, awesome. And everyone, thank you very much. I really appreciate you coming in and just watching. Thank you. Happy New Year to all of you. Take care, and we're looking forward to another great year at 2012 here at Selected Strength Training Systems. Thanks a lot. Take care.